Let's get your Alabama LLC set up correctly and make sure you aren't overspending on any unnecessary startup fees or ongoing expenses. Here are the 7 steps to create your LLC. Also sign up below for a free LLC formation checklist. Step 1, name your LLC. Before you can create your LLC, you must first reserve the name with the Secretary of State. If you want to do everything by mail, you must send in, then receive the name reservation approval before you can submit the form creating your LLC. If you do everything online, it's all part of one online process. The cost for the business name reservation is $25 if you file by mail and $28 if you submit online. The most important thing when choosing a name for your business is that it's unique. To make sure the name isn't already being used by another business in Alabama, go to this page on the Secretary of State's website and type the name you'd like to use. As you can see, you probably won't be able to name your new restaurant Chipotle. When filing with the state, include limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC at the end of the name. You'll find links to the name search tool and everything else we talk about in this video in the description below. Speaking of names, when you've decided on a name for your LLC, I'd immediately go and reserve the domain name for your business. I recommend getting a .com domain if it's available. Most domain registrars charge from $10 to over $20 per year for a .com domain. We recommend getting your domain from spaceship.com, where you can get a .com domain for less than $10 for the first year and just over $10 for the annual renewals. Step 2, appoint a registered agent. This is a person or business that will receive important legal documents and notices from the state on your behalf and forward them to you. The registered agent's address will be listed publicly, so I wouldn't recommend being your own registered agent and using your home address as your registered agent's address. Your registered agent must keep normal business hours Monday to Friday, and you can't use a P.O. box. If you want to keep your address private, or if you don't want to have someone at a particular address Monday to Friday during business hours, we recommend hiring a registered agent. On this channel, we've reviewed multiple registered agents, and our 2 favorites are Doola and Northwest Registered Agent. More about them later on in the video. Step 3, submit the certificate of formation to the Alabama Secretary of State and pay the $200 filing fee if you file by mail or $208 when filing online. The total, including the name reservation, is $225 by mail and $236 online. Your certificate of formation will include the name of your LLC, a copy of the name reservation certificate, name and address of your registered agent, name and address of the person who's preparing their certificate of formation. Select if your LLC is a series, professional, or nonprofit LLC. The effective date. If you don't want to immediately form your LLC, you can create it up to 90 days in the future. Any other matters you'd like to include? Then the preparer's signature, printed name, title, and date. You'll find links below to file online as well as to download the PDF version to print and mail in. But as I mentioned earlier, the process is much quicker and easier online. Step 4, obtain an employer identification number, EIN. This may also be referred to as a federal tax ID. Think of it as a social security number for your business. If you're the only owner of the LLC and you won't have any employees, you could just use your social security number instead of an EIN, but in most cases it's better to have one. You may need one for banking and for hiring employees. The application process is pretty straightforward and only takes a couple of minutes on the IRS's website. We have a video that'll walk you through how to get one down below. Step 5, create an operating agreement. This document will state how your LLC will be managed. Alabama law doesn't require you to have one, but I recommend creating one even if you're the only member of your LLC. Banks may also ask for a copy of your operating agreement when you go to open a business bank account. If you have a complicated situation with many business partners or investors, you may want to work with a lawyer to draft the operating agreement. But in many cases, especially if it's just you, you can use one of Northwest Registered Agent's free operating agreement templates from this page. Step 6, open a business bank account. This will make it much easier to keep separate your business and personal expenses and assets. It would also help you maintain the liability protection your LLC provides. You'll find 2 videos down below, one on how to open a business bank account and another on the best business bank accounts. To keep your business open and in good standing, step 7, check to see if you need any licenses with your county probate office, and check with an accountant to see if you need to file the initial Alabama business privilege tax return within 2.5 months of forming your LLC and each year thereafter. It's a bit complicated to get into in this video, but this tax depends on your business's revenue and net worth in Alabama. I'll leave some additional resources in the description below. One quick note, if you're creating the LLC from abroad, you may need to file a beneficial ownership information report with the Treasury Department's FinCEN after forming your LLC. This requirement has changed a lot over the last year, with the requirement recently being removed for US-based business owners. I'll link to FinCEN's website below so you can check for the latest updates. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing this is the first time you're creating a business, and all these steps could sound overwhelming. The Alabama Secretary of State's website might not be the most user-friendly, and you could have questions along the way. Instead of going it on your own, as I just described, or paying a lawyer potentially thousands of dollars, I recommend working with a formation service to help you get your LLC set up correctly. There are 2 formation services that we recommend: Northwest Registered Agent and Doola. The process is pretty simple with both, but before I walk you through how to form your LLC with one of them, here's when I would choose one over the other. We recommend Doola if you need a registered agent and a virtual mailbox, something you'll want if you work from home and don't have an office. You'll get both of these plus an EIN and operating agreement, paying doola $297 per year plus the state fee for forming the LLC. Doola doesn't charge anything for the EIN, operating agreement, or for forming your LLC. If you only want to form the LLC and you don't need a virtual mailbox, I'd go with Northwest because you just pay $39 plus the state fee for the first year. You get an operating agreement and their registered agent service for free for the first year, and then pay $125 per year for year 2 and beyond for them to continue to be your registered agent. Also, if you're starting a larger business and you want help with accounting and bookkeeping, I'd recommend Doola and go with either their total compliance package or business in a box package. They'll help you manage your bookkeeping and state and federal tax filings. If you have questions on which service to choose, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Let's run through how to create an LLC with Northwest. It's pretty similar with Doola, it's just that each formation service is going to ask questions in a bit different order. You'll find links to both in the description below. Here's what it looks like with Northwest. Click Get Started. LLC's already been selected. Scroll down and select Alabama. You'll see the standard processing of 2 days. You'll pay the state fee of $236 plus, as you see along the side, Northwest $39 fee. Click Continue. Enter the business name you'd like to use. If you have a lawyer and want them to receive a copy of any legal notices, select yes and enter their email. If not, just leave it as no. Write out a business purpose explaining what your business will do, or select Use a generic business purpose. Below, choose the physical address and mailing address you want to record with the state. I'll leave our registered agent's address selected for both. How will your LLC be managed? Will it be member managed or manager managed? Will the owners manage the business, or will you elect a manager to run the day-to-day operation of the business for you? If at any point you have questions, click on the question icon to learn more. And if you still have questions, you'll see their phone number listed here, or you can fill out this form on their contact page. I'll add my information as member 1 and leave selected our registered agent's address as the address to record with the state. If you have additional members, click Add Member and add their information. On the next screen, add your contact details, first and last name, phone number, and address. Create your account by entering your email and choosing a password. Here you can add their business identity bundle. You get a domain, website, email, and phone for free for 90 days and then $21.60 a month after that. Or you can add a domain, website, business email, or phone individually down below. I won't add any of these though. There are other services I'd rather use for my domain, website, and business email. This is a good point to mention that we have a free training that'll walk you through everything you need when starting a new business. Logo, business name, domain, website, business email, business bank account, and more. To get access, sign up using the link in the description. Here's some additional options you might want to consider. I like that Northwest doesn't try to bundle all these into different packages, forcing you to sign up for a more expensive package, including several things when you just want one of them. I'd rather be able to choose what I want a la carte. If you don't want to deal with getting an EIN on your own, Northwest will get one for you for $50 if you have a social security number. Again, if you want to get your EIN, our video in the description will walk you through how to do it step by step. You can elect to have your LLC taxed as an S Corp. If you're just getting started, you might not need this yet. This can help you save money on taxes, but normally it's not worth it until you're earning around $50,000 to $100,000 of profit per year through your LLC. There's a video about S Corps below. If you need a virtual mailbox, Northwest doesn't offer this service in Alabama. You can get a virtual mailbox from Anytime Mailbox, or as I mentioned earlier, have Doola form your LLC. If you'll be doing business under a name besides the name of your LLC, you can add a DBA, doing business as. If you selected everything you'd like to add, click Continue. Fill out your payment information and click Done. In a couple of days, you'll have your Alabama LLC. If you're having Northwest get your EIN, they'll have you fill out some additional information after the payment screen. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to support our channel, don't forget to use our affiliate links in the description when forming an LLC. We could earn a commission at no cost to you. Now it's important that you don't make any common LLC mistakes when creating your new business. To avoid them, watch this video here. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.